You're standing in your kitchen, pouring your morning coffee, and then the entire world tries to kill you. Everything in your kitchen, the mug, the chair, the fridge, gets launched eastward at 1,670 kilometers per hour. That's faster than a fighter jet. Welcome to the 1 second Earth stopped spinning, and nothing would ever be the same. Here's what you need to understand first. Right now, Earth is spinning at roughly 1,670 kilometers per hour at the equator. You don't feel it because everything around you, the air, the ground, the ocean, is spinning at the same speed. It's like being a passenger in a car. You only feel the speed when the car stops. Now imagine that car stopping instantly. For 1 second, the moment Earth's rotation halted, inertia would do what inertia always does. It would keep everything moving. The crust stopped, but you don't. Every person, every animal, every car, every building, not physically welded into bedrock, would continue flying eastward at 1,670 kilometers per hour. That's 465 meters every single second. In one heartbeat, you'd be launched like a human missile. No warning, no countdown, just gone. But you'd be the least of the world's problems. The oceans wouldn't stop either. All that water, billions of tons of it, would keep surging east. The Atlantic would pile up against the western coasts of Europe and Africa like a wall. The Pacific would slam into Asia. We're talking mega-tsunamis, waves hundreds of meters high, swallowing coastlines whole. Cities like Tokyo, New York, Lagos, just gone, erased in minutes. And the atmosphere, it wouldn't stop spinning either. The entire sky would become a weapon. Winds at 1,670 kilometers per hour would tear across the surface. For context, a Category 5 hurricane packs winds of around 250 kilometers per hour, and it flattens cities. These winds would be nearly 7 times stronger. They'd strip forests, peel mountains, sandblast entire continent. Anything still standing after the initial jolt would be shredded by the sky itself. And now we have to talk about the crust. Earth's outer layer isn't one solid piece. It's plates, giant tectonic plates, locked in their rhythm for billions of years. When the planet hits the brakes, for even 1 second, those plates don't all stop at the same rate. The stress rippling through the crust would trigger earthquakes simultaneously across every fault line on Earth. The San Andreas, the Cascadia subduction zone, the Anatolian fault, all of them at once. Magnitudes we barely have language for. The ground itself would crack and buckle like wet paper. So let's say you somehow survived the launch, survived the mega-tsunami, survived the winds, survived the earthquakes. You're clinging to some piece of bedrock in the middle of a continent, watching the sky tear itself apart. Then Earth starts spinning again, second jolt, same violence, in reverse. Everything the planet threw eastward gets slammed again as the ground accelerates back to 1,670 kilometers per hour beneath your feet. The oceans slosh back. The crust stress reverses. New earthquake, new tsunamis going the other direction. The atmosphere gets thrown again, back and forth, the planet shaking itself like a wet dog. After that 1 second of stillness, Earth would be unrecognizable. The equatorial regions would take the worst of it. The closer you are to the equator, the faster you're spinning, and the harder the throw. Cities like Singapore, Nairobi, Quito, not just damaged, scoured clean. At higher latitudes, the surface speed is lower, so destruction would be marginally less catastrophic. Marginally. Nothing on the surface escapes. Volcanoes triggered by the seismic activity would pump ash clouds into the stratosphere. Global temperatures would drop. Agriculture gone. Power grids destroyed. Supply chains, there are no supply chains when every port city on Earth is underwater. And here's the truly unsettling part. 1 second, that's it. Earth's rotation didn't stop permanently. It didn't reverse. It hiccuped just once, and it would be enough to end human civilization as we know it. No recovery in our lifetimes. Maybe not in our species' lifetime. Next time you're dreading Monday morning, just remember, Earth has been spinning at exactly the right speed, without stopping, without skipping, for 4.5 billion years. You've got about 4 more coffees worth of gratitude to catch up on. Now, what if Earth didn't just stop for a second? What if it stopped forever? Well, that's a story for another What If.